Gorba. Ha ha ha.
Hello, and welcome back. I'm watching our poor Peter Lewis here starve to death as he tries to get his full 8 hours of beauty rest. So here he is, up at around 3 a.m., looking for a snack. Let's try to satisfy him, shall we? Maybe something quick, and then he can have a full meal later when he's less desperately hungry. Good morning, and welcome. It's been just a bit since we've been over in The Sims. We had, just last session figured out the little digital sketchpad trick to increase the speed of our paintings quite significantly. And there is room to improve yet. We have another upgrade I believe we can make to the sketchpad itself. Good morning, welcome. Yes, cheers. Coffee all around. Coffee, tea, water, whatever your preference might be.
Discomfort.
A lukewarm cup of bouillon. Yeah, that sounds nice. So what are his other needs here? It's been a while. A little bit of fun need. A little bit of social. But his hunger should be resolved here. Let's go ahead and just knock out his social bar real quick. Though he hates this. Oh boy, does he hate this. We'll try to, I always forget it's under the more section. We'll try to get him some perks that make this less necessary soonish. Alright. Cleaning up after himself, and then it will be time to chat for a bit. We'll try to do something fun as well. Maybe a quick tournament even. And then it's back to painting, young man. We have build and buy items to build and buy. There must be a better way of saying that. We have items to build and buy in build and buy mode. Yes, indeed. One of our kind Discord folks made that replica of my cup for me. That's lovely. So I just recently added that along with a couple of the other emotes you might be seeing. I'm sorry that list was so empty for so long. Let me throw a bunch of them at you. Aha! So there's finally a small selection of items, humble as they may be. Alright, let me queue up a quick game activity here so that his fun bar fills up as well. Duck, your cute little head. I need to get past you there. Alright. Let's just have it be a bit of The Sims. There you go, my friend. You enjoy that? How is his social bar? His social bar. Okay. It goes up very slowly because I am intensely antisocial in every way. Let's go ahead and cut it over now. Alright, now we'll be increasing that fun bar. So, is the sketchpad in my inventory? I don't see it out anywhere. Yes, it is. Good. Still have a plumbing upgrade part as well. I think we finally began the handiness skill. I think we need to get to level 4 of that in order to do the upgrade we need. So I will want to find more things to upgrade as well. Hopefully something else might break and we can fix it. It's rebate day. Somehow I'm not excited. I mean, that's nice. Rebate day. Hooray. Peter loves this tradition from being materialistic. All object purchases in build mode earn a 10% rebate for today only. Buy an object worth at least 500 simoleons to complete this tradition. Well, okay. since I am materialistic, let's go for it. We'll leave him playing his games there and try to get just a couple of upgrades. Something small and tasteful for the home. Here on Fledermausband. Such a fantastic name. So the one thing that I typically do in my Sims homes, if you're just joining us, I'm trying to make this like as vanilla a playthrough of The Sims as I would usually do it as possible. So this is like my life and strategy when it comes to The Sims. Good morning there. So nice to see you in the chat. Welcome, welcome. So one of the things that I like to do personally in the chat is have like as small a house as possible on the surface, and then you can have like a little airlock thing. There's a little mid level you can have, and it can be sort of a fool's a fool's house, and then beneath that, the third level deep is where the actual house is. It's typically how I like to do it. So I need to figure out where I want to fit in a staircase here, and how big I want the house up top to actually be, because I do want it to kind of appear to be a little hovel, at the very least, on ground level. I need some water if it's not painfully obvious to you from my squeaks here. Give me one moment. All right. Yes, how was everyone's weekend? Mine was, interesting. We have drifts of up to about 4 feet of snow in various places around my current location. So it's not like 4 feet of snow everywhere, but it's a good 1.5 feet everywhere, moving and drifting up to 4 in places. So it's been interesting. Luckily, we have had power the entire time. It's been a little flickery, but so far so good. Anyway, my apologies. I'm getting distracted. So, I would like to add like some trees and things in. We don't have a lot of money for that kind of thing right now. I'm trying to think ahead to if we have some trees and whatnot. I'm just going to put something here for now, and then we can expand upon it later. I just want to make sure we have like the airlock section made. I think I can just use stairs, though basements are always a little... Huh, they have ladders now. That is brand new to me. Maybe that came along in like the tiny living pack. That's very handy. Fantastic. So yeah, like I've never played with ladders. That seems just like an even better way to hide a secret part of your house. We'll come back around to that. I'm just gonna grab any stairs, you know me, with risers. It's very important. I don't think it matters particularly. Some sturdy stairs. And then I want to take it down a level. Is such a thing possible? And rotate it. There it is. So I know there's like a basement tool we might be able to use. I forget if I have to use it in order to place a staircase. I think there just needs to be ground in both locations. So let me go a level down here. We'll grab the room tool before. There we are. And somewhere down here, let me just see if I can get it placed, and then we'll adjust. Back to stairs with us. So now I can figure out where this actually is here, I hope. Gonna try here. almost perfect. two squares up. And I am not remembering what the undo button is. Is that it? Aha, good. So 2 squares up from there. It's 2 away from the wall. Oh, come on, give me the stairs. Ah, 1 off. So close though. So many different menus and the context-sensitive controls within the menus. Occasionally unhelpful. 1 more should do it. Now we're talking. Alright, so we're just gonna have that staircase back there. Let's adjust this room now around it. We should be able to just grab the entire thing, effectively. Alright, so this will act as like our airlock level. And you can also remove the wall beneath stairs, which I usually like to do. Risers, yes. Wall beneath the stairs, no thank you. Little extra room there. You can even fit like a chair or something in it, and they can still duck down and sit there. So the question is, where should I put the other... I'll redo. Where should I put the other level down? We don't really need it yet, so I'll come back around to that. Let's focus on getting this sealed off first up here. Thank you, thumbstick. All right. Hello, hello. Ah, I see the question there. Have I ever done any of the Sims challenges? I have done, like, a lot of the aspirations. I haven't done some of the achievement stuff, like, you know, have an alphabet family, 26 generations, or whatever it is. And I know I've seen Jessica stream a couple of the, like, 100 babies, or whatever, some of the crazier stuff. So I haven't dug into a lot of that, but definitely bits and pieces. Alright, I'm just going to extend this back for now. Let's go ahead and try to grab a couple of pieces. Alleyway bricks being among them. Alright. And let's replace this with a half wall, actually. I'll go ahead and get rid of it, too. Jump back into build mode. So they've got walls, and then they also have half walls here. I probably want... Oh, I think they've increased the number of sizes available. They used to have like 5 differing sizes. Now they have quite a few more than that. It's just getting more and more customizable. That's fantastic. Alright, let's try it just a medium half. We'll see where that gets us. That's a little too high. How about slightly higher than standard half? No, standard half. Yeah. That sounds about right. Alright. And then there are trims for it as well, which is like the wood or whatever on top. You can even have it be glass from the restaurant expansion. That's rather fancy. Like a glass divider there. Looks a bit like a film reel. Many, many options. Let's just do that for now. And I will grab this paint. Nope, not ready for that yet. Ahem. Should be able to just paint that in one go. Perfect. And let's bring this carpet back to single. We will carpet around the stairs. I might even be able to bring that easel further back into the corner. Let's grab it. All right. And finally, we need just a little bit of railing, maybe? I don't necessarily want it to add it. If I use a railing, it will add it, like, to this level down here along the stairs. I'm not sure if we want a railing yet, so let me just use a fence for now. I've got some stolen goods for you, sir. No, wait, not that kind of fence. And something subtle. Something subtle would be nice. Do you have anything? I don't suppose I could trouble you for something subtle. A hedge in the middle of the living room would also be handy. I think I just need, like, a mega fence. Oh, that's so basic. Just want to see if that's even worth doing. It might not be. In fact, if I'm going to go that route with it, I might want to replace the entire half wall. The half wall is a little bit 80s or something in my mind as well. It's like, time for the half wall in the living room. It's not necessarily at its peak. Let's try fences exclusively. We'll start there. I just want it to be a little bit less obtrusive, really. Intrusive? I'm not sure what I mean. That's like a Star Wars fence. That's fancy. Where did you go? Alright, let's try this sort of faded dark wood here. There we go. Just so you don't topple into the abyss. I'm also not really sure why I've given it extra wiggle room. Let's just pull this back. I don't think we're going to need the extra wiggle room. Where's that water? Goodness. There. Alright, so we have our little egress ready to go. That will help us later. Why am I at such a strange angle? So, where is my money? 11,000. There we go. We still have a little bit of spending room. Let's try to make some other arrangements as well. What are we missing? Check skill items first. So back to the question at hand. I need to do more Sims challenges. If there are any Sims challenges you know of that you would like to see me attempt, do let me know. I would be more than happy to give it a look. Oh, so nice to see you there. Off to bed, but wanted to see what you were playing today. It's The Sims. Hope you can catch it later. And I hope you have a lovely sleep until then, if at all possible. Alright, just checking some of these skill items here. Skills build and build as the game goes on, so you want to have the ones you need building as early as possible, because it will take a while to get good at things. So we're already doing painting. We have 2 platforms, both physical and digital. Oh, good. There is other creative skills like photography. You can even gardening skill is slightly increased by trimming this bonsai tree. So that's like a really easy way, even when you don't have enough space outside necessarily to start a huge garden, even if you live in the city or whatever. You can start with a bonsai tree. Let's go ahead and grab that. It's only 210. And do we have any empty corners here? Searching. Oh, searching for value. I kind of want to put it in the bookshelf corner there and then rearrange. Let's try that. Alright, we'll keep looking through skills real quick. I'll fix the arrangement of our bonsai in a moment. So there's violin, there's, you can just sing or work on your comedy skill with a microphone. There's guitar you can practice, acoustic and otherwise. You can buy a gigantic parlor organ from the Vampire DLC if you want that, or a huge grand piano. There's DJ stations. That's what's just so satisfying about The Sims, in addition to many, many other things, is being able to pursue any hobby you've ever dreamed of without having to worry about the startup cost, say, of a crystal clear digital camera. And sure, none of it's real, but it makes you feel good. And you can actually figure out what you're genuinely interested in by testing the waters. Dartboards, foosball. That's all new to me as well, as evidenced by the star icon there. Oh, evidenced. One more sip, pardon me. I cannot seem to get my throat to wake up with me here. Oh yes, please send me the link to the challenges there. I would love to see it. You can also get pets to some extent. I think you can get cats and dogs through a proper adoption process that I may not have unlocked yet. And then there's like little decorative item pets that aren't necessarily pets in the strictest sense, but there's like hamster enclosures and goldfish bowls and things that are items. I don't think we need any of that recreational stuff. One thing that always throws me off, before, let's say in The Sims 3, which I've played hundreds of hours of, you didn't actually have to exercise to keep your sim healthy or the same body type that you started with. It was just pick a body type and run from there. But now you pick a body type, and then if you don't exercise, similar to real life, your body will change over time. And if you do exercise, your body will change over time. And so I always forget that is like an active process that has already begun to happen to me. Every grilled cheese we've made has contributed there. Seeing that in the chat, Discord that we mentioned, are viewers allowed to join it? Absolutely. If someone doesn't mind dropping it for me, that would be amazing. Otherwise, I will get it for you, absolutely. Anyone is welcome to join the madness and discussion. Suggestions about how to style my, I don't know, nose hairs? I'm open to it. So pretty much the smallest exercise thing you can get, they're all kind of large, is probably like a treadmill or something. I always think it's going to be a punching bag, but punching bags have this like huge dance around it radius, and so it's a little bit hard to fit them in to a small apartment. We have room outside, but ugh. So let's see if there's somewhere we may be able to just slip in a treadmill, and we'll make that his main, his way to escape his problems. Alright, we may need just a touch more room here, or I can also slip it in behind the, painting station. I'm not sure. I've made his apartment so economically spaced. There's not room for much. We'll fix that up, though. Just gonna get it placed in the world, and then we'll deal with it from there. Alright. Quick check through the rest of this. There's like gardening stuff to get you started. Starter packs for fruits, flowers, herbs, vegetables, etc. Gardening is a whole lot of fun. We're going to have to go down that path soon. And then these are mostly pet items, I guess. And then these mannequins you can use. You see they have that little briefcase icon on them. That's for like a retail store. You can actually design your own outfits and dress mannequins, and people can come to the mannequins to purchase the outfit from you. And it's very cool. Here's that bigger aquarium. Knick-knack shacks. You can have little like food stalls of different types. Podiums to practice your charisma. This is something we're going to need to go after at some point. A steampunk fly-a-majig, or I think there's another one. Yeah, these rocket ships, if you've gone down the astronaut career branch. But I think the steampunk is the easiest one to afford otherwise, because it's just available flat out. In fact, we could get it. It would be half of our existing money, more than half. Thank you for the link. I appreciate that. And welcome, anyone. Welcome to the Discord. So there is a challenge that I want to do that will involve that steampunk fly-a-majig later. Just to tease you, there is one challenge I have had in mind for this playthrough here. We can finally fix this up, so sorry, while I'm gabbing at you. I did not know that there's a hidden aspiration. And there may be more than one. I have just learned of this one. There's a hidden aspiration. Should it be bookshelf in the corner because it's taller? I think it should. Tallest in the corner. That's how this works. All right. There we go. So there's a hidden aspiration that if you eat 3 plates full of like a single serving of grilled cheese in a row, I guess. I don't know if it needs to be within a certain time period or just queued up in a row. It will unlock a hidden aspiration that's like a grilled cheese master or something like that. And it gives you all these crazy challenges, like eat a grilled cheese in space is one of them. And so we're going to need that steampunk ship to get us up to space, apparently, in order to eat a grilled cheese up there. So that is the one challenge that I do have in mind. We'll have to go down that path once we have enough stable funds to keep us moving. I'm just going to try to put this in the corner for now. I don't think that's going to mess anyone up, though it will lead to wacky treadmill accidents. It's only a matter of time. Since I'm a little low on space, that's about the best I can do for it at the moment. But we'll make use of that staircase soon. So, how are my needs doing? Let's jump back. In fact, let me check my money one more time. 9,000. We're still at 10,000 effectively. Plenty of room for more improvements. But let's get him started. That's enough to satisfy the rebate day whim up there, which he will love, because I am so materialistic. And then we'll spend a little bit of time getting his gardening skill awake. Yes, you can admire your new possession first, but then shape the bonsai. So I think it starts off leafy like this, like a bush, and he'll carve a little shape into it, and then after a week or a couple of days passes, it will get leafy again, and he has to carve it again. And that's how you can just sort of keep your gardening skill humming along even before you have a garden. One of my favorite things to do. Okay, sure, you can admire that too, but then we'll give him a quick workout. Working out will lead to our hygiene bar decreasing a little bit faster. True to life in that way. My video game skill is about to increase as well. Let me just go ahead and increase the speed until that's done. And we can stop him from gaming. Alright, he is going to need to use the restroom at some point. We'll see if he can make it through his bonsai actions first. So that gardening skill bar will slowly climb above his head. And that should get us to level 2, I believe. It must start at level 1 as soon as the skill is unlocked. For some reason I thought you had to earn level 1 too, but you don't. Could I have said that in a more confusing way? I'm not sure. This is also helpful. Oh my goodness, I forgot I had him in like a... what's the word? Ice dancer's costume? Something like that? Good, for exercise. So a nice side effect of the pruning the bonsai is that you get this garbage. It's not a nice side effect, it's a side effect. So we'll have to take that around to the garbage pail there. So athletics is also a skill, in addition to keeping you at your existing, like, body type and making you more muscular, I guess. I think it actually does change you if you go crazy with the exercise. So it has that whole effect. It's also the whole athletics skill path is hidden behind it. So we're increasing our athletic skill at the same time as we're actually just exercising. Okay, now we are getting a little bit severe. Let's go ahead and cancel that garbage pickup. We'll come back around to it. Sorry, my friend. Let him finish his workout, though. Though you have to be careful when your sim is just starting down the athletic skill path. They can, like, get muscle cramps and sprain an ankle and pull ligaments and stuff. So you have to be a little bit careful about pushing them to excess exercise when they're just getting started. I'm just getting started. And I have such tight ligaments. Okay, so hopefully this won't exhaust him too terribly by working out somewhat twice. Just gonna let him run through it until something becomes problematic. Oh good, he's done. So it's usually good when they stop on their own, it's usually good to stop them. That means they're at their limit, effectively. So now that we have worked out and touched all the dirty bonsai trash, let's take a quick shower. It's gonna be steamy. I hope you're prepared. Get a little privacy there. Just a little. Now we're back. That's all you get. So we should have satisfied our need to exercise today. He's probably getting a little hungry again, but not desperately so. I'm just going to ignore the social bar for now, so I think the next thing we can spend a bit of our day on here is some more paintings. Let's earn that money back. So, I'm going to pause it. I've learned my lesson from last time. Digital sketchpad, let's go ahead and just do a bunch of classics for now. I want to see if anything sort of unlocks. I know there's some perks behind, like, do a whole bunch of the same type of painting in a row. It's like, oh, now this type of painting is worth more, but I don't really remember how any of that works, so I want to see. Stop scatter-shotting quite so much. I'll just do that many. Oh, for a second I thought he wasn't going to get dressed the entire time, but no, he got there. Oh, we need 3 more. That's what I'm thinking, too. We need 3 more of those excellent paintings to get to the next level of our aspiration. 2 more now, which I think is the final level of our aspiration. And will get us a lot of points. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, almost there. Okay, we got 3 in that batch. Why did he stop, though? I thought I queued up like 5 or 6. Is there a need that's interrupting it? Not necessarily, but it is about time to cook up something delicious. It's 1:28 p.m. and I'm turning the oven on. Flirty heart cookies. How could I say no? And they're vegetarian safe. Go for it. I love all the little things you can find. It's because I took that steamy shower that he's now feeling flirty. Ooh la la. And so, just secretly, because he's feeling flirty, he can make flirty heart cookies in the oven. That's just one of the beauteous things about The Sims, is finding all those little hidden connections between your emotions and the environment around you. In the meantime, while he's flirting with his cookies, let's go ahead and place these here. I guess I've taken away most of my available wall space there. Alright, now that those are out, they can be sold. I'll go ahead and enjoy. Oh, these are adorable. Little flirty heart cookies. Dig in, please, Peter. You wait for no one. And while he's nomming his cookies, we'll set these up for sale. Sell to collector. He might not be able to reach them, but we'll see. I can move the easel if we have to. Oh, good. That was the one I was worried about. So, he's all clear, ready to paint some more after he's had his cookies. We'll just let him finish up. This game is entirely too addictive. Alright, go ahead and clean up your plate, and then let's see if we can fit in at least 3 more paintings. I'm hoping we'll get that last excellent one. We may even be lucky with the first one we try, but I'm going to queue up 3 just in case. Alright, and then let's fix this dreadful camera angle I've provided for you. Alright, here we are. Grab another sip of water while he's thinking. You're just going to paint in the bathroom again, aren't you? I see that look in your eye. This is my sanctum of painting. I sit here between the existing paintings of the 2 monsters that I made and kept for myself, and I paint some more. More often than not. Hello there, welcome, welcome. I have been missing it too. We've been spending a lot of time beautifying our dear city of Menzoberranzan out city's skylines way, but we have not been checking in with little Peter here. Poor little Peter. All goose pimply here in his hospital gown. Pity about the back. Pity about the back. There we are. So, I now need to complete 5 masterpieces, and we're 2, well, 1.5, let's call it, painting skill levels away from level 10 already, so I just need to blow through those masterpieces, and we should get a whole bunch of these aspiration points. These are so helpful, one of my very, very favorite things. I'm not sure if there's one we could get even at 1,000 or 2,000 that might help us. Like there's Speed Reader, you always read books faster, so we could learn every skill. Pardon me, in like half the time. Night Owls build extra skill at night. I can afford any of these 2,000s, like the Frugal Sims household has reduced bills, or I have a higher chance of painting masterpieces. So it's like I'm trying to, right now, paint 5 masterpieces. I could help that along. These are my favorite category of the game, really. Independent means the social need decays slower. I want to get all of those. In fact, that may be my first purchase. Because I hate, even though he's a loner and it doesn't really affect him, I just hate to see the bar in the red. Steel bladder is also one I typically go for right off the bat, because that's incredibly helpful. All of the time you would have spent using the restroom is now, halved at the very least. And you're on to make more paintings. So, my two that I can actually afford that I would consider are independent and steel bladder. Probably steel bladder is a little bit more important than independent. But I'm not sure if we're quite ready to take the plunge here, as it were. Let's keep saving up for now. It's not that big of a deal, since he doesn't have like a job. When you're at home all day, it's no big deal to use the restroom, but when you have like a job, you can get locked in different places, and it's weird. I don't know why I'm mentioning it, really. I don't know how we got down this path. I'm very excited to try to complete those 5 masterpieces. The points that await us. I think it's like 10,000 for completing an aspiration. So we could afford, 8 of those 2,000 level perks. I don't know why he's going so slow. Back to full speed to finish your paintings. I just get lost in his eyes there. Especially with this flirty icon he has. It's like affecting his character portrait down in the lower left. Oh, now he's not flirty anymore. Just as it would have been important, Amelia blocked it, and then he stopped being flirty. Oh well. Alright, let's pull these paintings out again. What did you make for me, Bunny? Classic. I really like that gnome one there. That's such a beautiful little slice of light. I'll have him sell these. I guess none of them were masterpieces, or was that one a masterpiece? I think if you can sell it to the art gallery, it must be a masterpiece. It's also worth quite a bit more. Yeah, it's good. So I did get one of the masterpieces I needed, but I don't think it counted because it was just before the aspiration popped. Yeah, so we still need the full 5. But oh well, we already got one masterpiece just in that load, so bodes well for the future. His energy's getting low, his hunger's getting low. I think we can fit in some more paintings, though. I'm going to try for 4. Also, let me check if I can level 4 handiness skill to add that high performance upgrade. That'll increase this even more, hilariously. Alright, we'll keep doing classics for now. And we'll just watch this to make sure he doesn't get too grumpy. This should be about the last thing I have time for here. Just to give you a quick warning, we'll try to put him to bed tonight after taking care of his hunger and whatnot, and then we'll be back soon. I'm sorry not to be able to spend more time with Peter. But soon. Peter, but soon. What? Just let him put that away. There you go. All right. Now let's pull these out. I sure do seem to like painting people I don't seem to know personally. It seems to be my favorite thing. And then I took a little half-hour break there to watch some PBS for this one, apparently. Thank you, Bob. Alright, go for it, and let's get him something cooking here. I am now a 2-star celebrity, wow. I don't know how to feel about that. I can access skill level 3 recipes. I forget if we already made one. Let's go taco casserole tonight. Just a single serving of casserole. Do you know how much effort it takes to make a single serving of casserole? The same. Roughly the same as a full casserole. Just... It's fine. No, you be selfish. So I think that must mean I have another one of these fame perks to spend, which is good because I think fame level 2... There are my fame points. I think fame level 2 has this one where... maybe not. Yeah, this is the one. Established name. I guess it's fame level 3, where it's like increased earnings on crafted objects. And I think that counts for paintings too, so it'd be like everything I paint will also be worth more just because a celebrity painted it, which is sort of ridiculous, but hooray for me. Yeah, I think that's the only one I need. So I should climb up there in preparation, just in case. Bonus fame from skills, okay. And helpful potions in the mail, okay. Sure. So once I'm a 3-star celebrity, I should have the fame point ready to go for that one. Alright, back to casserole. Sorry for the brief intermission there.
Bay.
I'm not sure if he should try to do something fun before we go to bed, or if he should just go to bed and have something fun in the morning. Pancakes! Oh, that's fun in the morning. I should probably try to do a quick bit of fun. But I'll let him have his taco casserole first. Let's see it. Come on. Show us the casserole. Oh, it looks great. I like that bonsai back there. That should give him lots of hilarious breakfast table hairstyles in the future. Alright, speed this along. We've had enough of watching you eat now. It's not a mukbang. Or is it? Could it be? Alright, we still have flirty heart cookies. We're probably going to have to put away. Clean up, I think, throws them out. Put away should he'll, like, saran wrap them and throw them in the fridge. For later, they'll last for a week. Thanks, flirty cookies. Ah, it is Bill's time, sure. Go ahead. And then a very, very quick game before he gets too tired. My Sims go.
The nerve. Ah.
And that's it for us. Here at around 9:30 p.m. Oh, it's so late. And I'm so old. I'm going to go to bed.
No.
This is pretty true to my real life. However, I'm not sure, like, his bladder need is going to deteriorate very rapidly overnight, and he's probably going to interrupt his sleep to have to get up to take care of it. If he interrupts his sleep to get up to take care of it, let's hope. So let's just, switch these. Use. Then sleep. And we'll still see how much entertainment we can get away with here. He's very, very tired. Let's cancel his game and get to bed. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you. Specifically. Oh no, that's really bad timing. I've been hoping that something would break, but when he's this dangerously exhausted, it's not ideal. Let me see if he can quickly fix it before bed. I might pass out in the wet, wet bathroom. That may be how this ends, from sheer exhaustion. Just try to fix it. Sometimes you have nights where you're at your most tired and then the toilet breaks. And this is one of those nights. It's evidenced by his little whiny sounds. Oh, oh, oh. I'm so tired. Oh. I know, buddy. I know.
Yeah. Sal.
We're almost there. Don't pass out in the wet, wet bathroom just yet. You almost got this. Now it's ended up here. Throw that away. And then you've earned it, buddy. It's sleep time. Good for you. Oh, it's a little bit dangerous to go outside in the Forgotten Hollow at night. All right, that's where I'll leave us. I will see you tomorrow morning here, which is in about, 10 seconds. Peter had an awesome rebate day. It was a wonderful time, and he got to do everything he planned. Glad to hear it. All right. Thank you for your time. I will be back here. Next time we'll try to make use of our secret airlock room. I'll let you know what I'm going for there. Sorry, it's nothing right now. We'll get there. I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you very, very soon. Smooches for now. Bye-bye.